Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 94, Proving that the Judgment of the Proud is Poor. The mysterious confrontation on the road back to Wutan City has sealed a fate the Jialei clan never saw coming. As the echoes of that clash fade, a wave of shock travels back to the clan hall, where the heavy price of their arrogance is finally revealed.
What? The herbs were destroyed? Where is the second elder?
A roar of fury shook the great hall. The guard knelt, his chest heaving. He swallowed hard, his eyes wide with lingering terror.
The second elder was killed by the medicine burner,
he stammered. Jiali B's face went rigid. His knees buckled, and he slumped into the chair behind him. His eyes stared at nothing. Jiali No was one of only 3 Daltons Dou Qi in the clan. His death was a wound that would not easily heal.
Jiali B sat in silence for a long moment. When he finally spoke, his voice was a dry rasp.
Who killed him?
The guard shook his head, his voice dropping to a whisper.
We do not know. The man wore black robes. No one saw his face. But he controlled a white flame. The second elder was turned to ash in an instant. It was a nightmare.
Black robes? A white flame?
Jiali B's expression shifted. Controlling fire was the mark of an alchemist. To kill a Dou Qi so easily with such power meant they had offended a monster. His mind flashed back to the auction house, remembering the black-robed man Ya Fei and Gu Ni had treated with such deep respect. Jiali B felt a bitter taste in his mouth. They had moved too soon. They had believed Liu Shi when he said the Shao clan only had a low-level alchemist helping them. The truth was far worse. The Shao clan's patron was leagues beyond a hack like Liu Shi. He shook his head, his eyes burning with a mix of hatred and panic. 400,000 gold coins worth of herbs were gone. Because of their financial strain, they still owed 30,000 gold coins to the herb dealers in Danli City. He had planned to turn those herbs into healing medicines, sell them, and pay the debt. Now, that plan was ash. The merchant houses in Dane City were powerful. If they learned the shipment was lost, they would come for their money immediately. The Jiali clan's coffers were empty. If they could not pay, their reputation would be destroyed.
Damn it!
Jiali B slammed his palm onto the side table. The hard wood shattered into splinters. Shards of wood bit into the guard's face, but the man did not move. He only bowed his head lower. Jiali B forced his breathing to slow, pushing down the urge to scream.
Send every bit of healing medicine we have left in the warehouse to the markets and tell everyone who saw what happened today to keep their mouths shut. If a single word of this gets out, they will answer to the clan law.
The guard shivered and scrambled out of the room. Left alone in the empty hall, Jiali B leaned his head back against the chair. He looked tired. The Jiali clan would survive this, but their strength would wither. They could no longer stand against the Shao clan. He let out a long, heavy sigh. For the first time, he felt a sting of regret for ever picking a fight with Xiaozhan. It was too late for regrets. Across the city, Xiao Yan had returned to his normal life. He sought out Yao Lao to refine a batch of qi-nurturing pills, then hurried to find Xiao Xuner. When the girl took the pills, her eyes shimmered with a hint of red. Seeing her reaction, Xiao Yan felt a surge of quiet satisfaction. In the days following the destruction of the herbs, the Jialei clan remained eerily quiet. Those watching closely noticed that the Jiali men, who usually caused trouble at the Shao clan markets, had vanished from the streets. Their usual arrogance was replaced by a strange, sudden silence that left the city confused. Inside the Xiao clan meeting hall, Xiao Zhan paced.
What is the Jia Li clan up to?
He frowned at the reports in his hand.
They are acting weak. It does not make sense.
The three elders shook their heads.
Jolly B is a fox. This change is too sudden. We must stay on high alert.
Xiao Zhan nodded, then turned his gaze toward Xiao Yan. The boy was slumped in a chair, nodding off. Xiao Zhan shook his head. This kid acted like the clan's survival was none of his business.
Yanar, have you seen the old gentleman lately?
Xiao Zhan asked, lifting a cup of tea. The three elders leaned in, their eyes fixing on Xiao Yan. The mysterious alchemist was the key to their future, yet none of them had ever met him. They were all a little jealous of the special treatment the boy received. Xiao Yan opened his eyes.
Yeah, I saw him.
He paused, then added casually,
He said he wants to take me as his disciple.
Xiao Zhan's hand froze midair. He stared at his son, his throat working as he swallowed hard.
He wants you as a disciple?
Xiao Yan nodded lazily as the elders' faces twisted with shock. Good! Xiao Zhan stood so fast his tea slopped over the rim. He laughed, his face flushing red as he paced the room.
I knew my son was something special. Damn it, if anyone calls you a waste again, I will break their jaw myself.
Xiao Yan stood up and stretched.
In 2 weeks, I am leaving with my teacher to train. I might be gone for a year, maybe longer.
Xiao Zhan stopped. His smile faded.
What about the Jianan Academy trials? It is the most famous academy on the continent. It would be good for you.
I can take the test in a year or 2. Jianan Academy is good, but they cannot help me surpass Nalan Yanran in the time I have left. My teacher can.
Xiao Zhan's face twitched at the mention of the name. He went silent. Xiao Yan walked toward the exit, his hands tucked behind his head. He looked around the hall. This was the same room where that proud woman had stood and insulted his pride.
She made a promise that day, and I intend to keep it.
Xiao Yan said, his voice echoing in the quiet hall.
I do not care about showing off. I just want to stand in front of her and tell her one thing. Her eyes are blind and her judgment is poor.